we're live.
Hold on, yeah, and then people will start coming in. Look pretty today. How's it going? It is 6 o'clock. It is almost 6 o'clock.
Okay, so I'm not used to this format of the whole thing rolling in. We have to wait for everybody to get here.
No, they will. Look at you.
Hi, everybody.
Like 400 people there.
I can't see
100 there. Say hi. Hi guys. Hi everybody.
I'm trying to read the small writing.
Cheers. Yeah. There's a few feeds going on. Okay, so welcome back. Welcome back to our Brooklyn kitchen.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
It's gorgeous out. I hope you're wearing your masks.
I wish. I know my dog wanted to go out more than twice today. He's here moaning.
Me too, for that matter.
He's not super happy about that.
It's dramatic.
We are waiting the official time, the 6 o'clock start, and then we'll get going. So we hope that you have your ingredients ready and that you got to step 5 of the recipe. So blanch your spinach, chop them, get the mix for the frittata ready.
Yeah, I mean this recipe, should I start talking about it?
You can say whatever you want. Yeah.
No, I wonder if I save it for when people come in.
People will come in. People are in.
Go ahead, Mom. Go outside.
Go outside, boy. Don't worry. It's all good.
Thank you. Whoever said it looked nice. Yeah, this top.
I know, right? How lucky am I? She's been wearing this all day long. I've been distracted incredibly all day long.
I do it on purpose.
You look. I know.
Okay, so this top, just so you know, I got this top for €5. I was in Napoli and I was passing by like some street market and it was like hanging on a hanger, blowing in the breeze. It was dirty. The strings were broken.
Relax,
I'm like,
boy.
but I like that top. So I got it and I fixed the strings. It's got these strings in the back.
Super pretty.
It's got like kind of like flamenco sleeves, ole.
And I can see her horn on the cleavage. I find it really sexy.
Yeah.
We both are wearing our good luck charm, hoping that it works.
Yeah.
Did it work? Well, so
it works. Yeah, I'm still here.
She's here. So.
I'm here. I survived COVID. I'm doing better for those who inquire. I actually went yesterday up to Mount Sinai where I had applied for the blood plasma program, so they took my blood yesterday and I'll get the results back in about 72 hours to know if I have enough antibodies to then donate plasma. And if you have enough, it most likely means that you are recovered. I will also then do another COVID test.
And I'll be doing my antibody test next week, and if I am above, then I'll enroll into the program to give the plasma as well. We haven't done a test yet. We assume that because she's got sick and we live.
Well, I did a test.
Well, but we all got it, so we'll get our antibody test next week and we'll see where it goes.
So we get the whole family.
For everybody that got concerned, for everybody that got affected, we're with you. That's why we're here. Honestly, we're
it takes longer. It almost takes longer to recover than it does to be sick. So like for me, it was about 17 to 20 days of being sick, and then recovery's been another 20 days. I feel great now, and I'm on a press junket right now for doing everything from my home, which is kind of like surreal, for Arte Madrid, which is going to be premiering this week on MHZ Choice. So yes, we're going to cook now. All right, so let's talk about this. We did some pre-prep stuff.
We got a few steps in advance. I filmed a few things that I will post tomorrow, or the close-up, the same way that I've done with the bread. But this is the pre-cooked version that we're trying to achieve, so kind of like getting into your head, and that's where we're going.
And what's nice about this recipe is it's very grandma. It's super Tuscan. It's a thing that your grandma would serve you on a platter, sliced, with a little bit of gravy over it. Or not, and it's a protein bomb, so it's easy to do. Actually, there's a few steps to it, but we're going to walk you through it, and it's super healthy.
And to the ones that asked, you could call it braciole. You could
they call it braciole.
Yeah, you could serve it on top of your pasta if you really wanted it. Just don't tell me. That's my bread. My bread is in the works, so I gotta stop that too.
Let me get out of the way. He makes fresh Tuscan bread every day, and it's nice. I mean, I like to eat crust more than like the actual bread because I'm trying to watch my girlish figure. I know, but I have watch this. Oh, I don't know if you can see.
No, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay.
It'll be ready soon.
All right. Anyway, just a moment of pause here so that he can pull the bread out and it'll get burned. Okay, so now we're going to get started.
So this is quickly the start of the recipe. This is a recipe from Lola, my grandmother. She's still alive and kicking, rock and roll.
What is she, 93? 93,
no,
96. No, she's 97.
She's there, she's getting close, but she's from Venice, and this is one of the recipes that she's done forever. We have done in the past a very much more southern version of this recipe, which you'll find on the website as well. So either in the stories swipe up, or on the bottom of the recipe that you looked for on the website, you will see. And we did that recipe for Joe Mantegna when we were doing extra virgin. That was a Barese style braciole. The preparation was similar, condiments were a little different, but you can make it. That was intended to be on top of orecchiette, so that was like a real meal. The moment that my bread actually gets out of the oven, I plan on putting in some roasted potatoes, and that with a salad is going to be our
And remember
side dish.
too that if you're seeing this live now and you haven't been paying attention, for the actual recipe, you go to the Tuscan Gun.
TheTuscanGun.com. Make sure you're on the newsletter. There should be donate buttons a little bit spread out through the place. I'm trying to help
Donate?
I'm trying to help out the food bank for New York City. So whatever you fit, I'm just doing it out of. That's the same reason why we're all here, right?
And wait, what else am I helping though? But just go there to get the ingredients and to try to be able to make it yourself, because a lot of people always ask us like, oh my god, I saw the live thing but I don't know where to get the recipe, because sometimes people don't read everything.
Everything is there, and then tomorrow at some point I'll be posting the my ASMR ambient noise close-up shots of all the process. I've also done this yesterday. I've also done French fries munchies and a burger, so there's a few things in the pipeline. I just need to edit and put it out. So more recipes coming this week.
Let's get started.
Let's get going. So,
okay.
You have seen the recipe, right? The recipe calls for 3 braciole, 3 frittata, 6 eggs. You can divide this recipe by 2. Every roll that we make is meant to serve 2 people. So if it's 2, use 2 eggs and 1 braciole. If it's 4, use 2 braciole and 4 eggs.
And to make this actually a little bit quicker, we've already pre-prepared stuff. So I'm going to be using 2 eggs and make 1
Exactly. So we're gonna just make 1, and then I wanted to show you this. This one here, so you get in mind where are we going once the 20 is done. And then I have 1 fully cooked already that I will show you at the very end of our stream, so I can slice it and you can get an idea of what is the final product. So I'd say let's put the wife to cook.
Okay, so I start?
The wife starts making the frittata, and I'll
help her out. Okay, so just so you know, frittata is not an omelet. An omelet is folded. Frittata is super simple. And we have here, I'm thinking it's about a 6-inch pan.
Yeah, this is a 6-inch.
Small 6-inch pan, it's about the size of my face, actually. And
you got a 6-inch face?
Well, I'm probably bigger. But it's really easy, and the great thing about frittata is you can put any leftover vegetables, cheese, just to add your vegetables, and it's a protein bomb. You can cut it into cubes, frittata. You can serve it with like little toothpicks as an appetizer.
You can make great sandwiches for frittata, a great sexy brunch.
Yeah.
You can save it in a Tupperware. You can recycle everything you want.
And
potatoes,
and for all you guys that are
anything.
worried about your figures and you're only eating protein and no carbs, this is like perfect for you. Okay?
Right.
So, and sometimes people get confused, like, oh my god, do I flip it? Don't I flip it? How it looks so pretty. This is how you're gonna do it.
So the wife is gonna start, and I'm gonna chronicle it, right? Keeping an eye on the bread, and then as the mix is ready, we'll just bring it a little closer so you can see it. I'm trying to figure out how to get a different camera setting going, but we're doing it on our own. So for the moment, this is a.
Yeah, we're actually using 3 iPhones.
Shall we do it? You want to do it like this?
So so this bowl I got probably 25 years
you already
ago.
had this set when I met you.
I met this bowl before I met you.
Yes.
These are from Deruta.
We're trying to see who's gonna last longer.
And
this is the last
if you
one.
can see it. It's all cracked, but to us, we're sentimental about it.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm going to
really easy, and then it is 2 eggs.
Okay, cracking 2 eggs.
Crack 2 eggs.
Check.
1 tablespoon of milk. Sun-grated Parmesan that we have.
2 eggs.
A handful of the spinach. Salt and pepper to taste.
Do you guys know that trick that if you get a little piece of shell, you take your egg shell and you use it to scoop out? I can't show you up close, and you can scoop out the
I just
shell.
want to see if the trick works.
No, it does work.
Is it working?
Yeah. There we go. Got it. Okay. Done. All right, and now we have.
But did she get it, or she didn't get it? We will see when we eat the roast.
1 tablespoon of milk.
So measure your tablespoon of milk, or just go like grandma, plop, and
Actually,
that's
you
it.
measured it, but it's...
I measured it because, you know, we're trying to be
No,
pros
but
here.
there's 2 here. Do you want me to...
No, 1. That's
Okay,
it.
1.
I was making more frittata. That's just leftovers. Alright, so now grate some parmesan in it.
Okay. Nice fresh Parmesan
Okay.
Reggiano.
I'm going to start warming up the pan. So once the mix is ready, we're moving into the pan.
Okay.
Where's the lighter? Alright.
Grate your Parmesan.
Medium high. The good way to make a frittata is not to jack up the flame too much. It will sear the bottom too fast and the top will remain raw. Frittata doesn't get flipped, so you want to make sure that you cook the bottom enough so you can achieve kind of like a nice little crust, and I'll show you. But the top has to remain almost looking wet. So medium high, medium low, just play with it, okay? I'll show you.
Okay, salt.
Salt,
Pepper.
woman.
Now, we have here some spinach that was steamed and blanched. You wring
It was
it
only
out.
blanched. So this spinach was dipped in salted boiling water for about a minute, drained, cooled off with ice water,
Nice
and
chopped.
squeezed and chopped.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
Right.
gonna put this.
One handful. Don't make a frittata that is too big because you have to roll it at the end, so it's gonna create some problems. Little, I would say,
One
a half
handful.
tablespoon of butter.
Okay. Okay. Do I want to show this to
Look
people?
how pretty. Yes, I'll show you.
Okay.
Look how pretty. Without trying to.
Don't dump it.
No, don't dump it. Yeah, it's hard to see it. All right, so now she's gonna mix it.
Okay. Put this over. We don't have a fancy kitchen,
No, the
as
butter.
you can see. Hold on.
Check the bread. Bread is almost ready.
Okay.
I'll put my grill.
And whip this together. And you know, kids actually really love this.
Check. Elbow.
Relax.
Elbow. I suggest using a fork because when you're mixing vegetables and you're using a whip, a lot of stuff tends to clump up inside your whip. With a fork, if you're just doing this kind of like oval movement really fast, it really doesn't matter. If you have clumps of vegetables, make sure you press into it. If you were to work, let's say, with all the sauteed zucchini or mushroom, something that would get damaged by flipping it like that, only make the egg mix if you were to make a frittata. Or if
Okay.
you make to put like a mushroom roll, this is a fantastic idea for this. So you make all the egg mix, you cook that, you pour it in the pan and then you put on top the
Over.
vegetables and then that's it.
And here we
Okay.
have our little mix.
All right.
All mixed together, ready to go.
Wonderful.
So we
Okay.
put a little tab of butter. It's
Alright,
melted
this is
now.
ready, so go in, pour it in.
Okay. Now the thing about frittata,
Right. Use your fork to spread it around and then we'll show you, not too much. Okay? Just like that. Ah!
now the thing about frittata is
Cook
you
with the lid.
don't flip it. Put a lid on it, and you're gonna wait, and that's
Yeah.
you know
So
it'll
now we're
take
gonna
about how long?
Check on the bread. There is something.
How long with the frittata?
The frittata is about I would say anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes depending on your range. Do not overcook it, but it's you don't want it too wet because you have to roll it, so you don't want the top to be running. I think that this is the perfect moment to play a game.
I have many. This is
I have many. We are many. We are many
okay,
others.
so
Look at that.
Ava Gardner.
Right. I'll check the bread and I'll let my wife talk about this fantastic
Well, no, these
project
are
that I am.
from the museum.
so
Someone gave them to
happy.
me as a gift.
So
I'm
proud
so
about
happy
you.
to have
I'm
them.
so proud about you.
Mwah, I
They're
love you.
fantastic.
So I just want to show you. I have here. I was given this from Spain. It's an Art de Madrid book.
Well,
It's
say
huge.
what is that going to be?
Art de Madrid is my new series. It's premiering on MAC Choice. MAC Choice you can get on Roku, Amazon Prime, or you can just Google MHZ Choice and figure it out yourself. It's a fantastic series. It's shot in black and white. I did it 2 years ago in Madrid, and one of the greatest experiences of my life. I studied Castilian Spanish 4 months prior to doing it because my accent is Puerto Rican when I speak Spanish, and Ava Gardner didn't hang out in Puerto Rico. She hung out in Spain. So I just had the best time ever, and I'm really proud of this project. For me, I spoke without a New York accent, and I also spoke in Spanish for all my performances. It's really good. It's fast moving. It's a dramedy. It's half an hour each. It's 8 episodes. It's a mini series. It's swept all the awards in Spain, South America, and recently in London. And it's now going to be available. I've been talking about it for a long time, and I keep on posting pictures, and I'm going to be posting them on Instagram, just because I have to promote it. So I'm sorry for all of you that have seen it already, but I'm just trying to find like pictures.
Do you remember when I was streaming? I still had my restaurant.
There's me, Ava Gardner, and Ana Castillo. The actors in this series are fantastic. Paco Leon.
I did 3 months without her for this.
He gave me
3 months
permission
I was
to
going
leave.
yeah, crazy. On a school year, so we couldn't travel, we couldn't visit, we couldn't see each other. It was.
But it was a project that was so close to my heart, and I felt like as being a mother, I needed after like 14 years to be able to go off and do something, fabulous. So how's that frittata doing?
Frittata is doing well. The bread is about to come out. Watch your butt.
Anyway, I'm really sorry for the dead space. Oh, okay. Bread's more important right now.
I started making smaller loaves just because I'm making too much bread in the house, so I'm reducing the amount of bread that I'm making. I'm setting up now, putting this to cool off, and I'm setting up the braciole.
And we're also going to use some of the old bread that we don't use to make either ribollita or to make papa pomodoro, which is both Tuscan classics. And we'll teach you how to do that. And there goes the bread. It smells like it smells like my house, but it smells like Grandma's house.
It smells like our house.
Okay. And all right, so now our frittata is
Frittata is almost ready. This is the final four potatoes that we had, and the last carrot that we had.
We only had one
we
carrot
need to do
left.
groceries. We're trying to do groceries once a week, and kind of like manage our load in a proper way. So tonight is we're mixing leftovers and good stuff. So this is now going in the oven.
Yeah. We always try to tell people in order to, stay safe, to just go to the grocery at least as possible. Get your stuff, get your basics, stretch them out.
All right, so this is the cutlet that we're using. Okay.
It's what is it? Sirloin?
So this is a London broil cut. This is a London broil cut. As far as I am concerned, because like I am peasant inside and I'm a farmer and I don't care. As long as you have the quality, you can ask for whatever cut you want, as long as you can pound it and get.
Let's show them how thin
the
this
size.
is. This is really thin. It's been nicely
And
pounded.
this was actually not pounded with a pounder. This was pounded with a knife on the side. So do not go too heavy if you're pounding it yourself. Do not rip the meat. And when you roll it, you gotta be careful because there are, a few sides that will tend to open. So this is going on the cutting board. Try to keep the wedges together. So if the cutlet has like a seam, try to keep it together.
I want to show them.
Yes, this is ready.
It's ready, and basically, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks a little slightly wet. You don't obviously want it runny.
Put it down too.
Huh? You got it? I don't want to drop it.
Oh!
Come on, I'm not gonna mess up.
And it has to move.
It has to move.
Right? So you don't have like issues. So use a nice non-stick pan. It would be ideal to let it cool off on a plate for the sake of time where like I'm going to rest it directly on the meat. But the best way for this one is to cool off on a meat on a ceramic plate and then work it when the frittata is a little colder.
Do you want me to get a plate?
No, it's fine. We'll just keep it going.
Okay.
Okay, so this is I'm working on this side and then I'll bring it to you. Okay, so get one cutlet. I don't know how far you're into the recipe. If this is your first one, if this is your second. You want to drop it about here, and I'll show you the movement. Okay, so this is I don't want to lose it, but basically you have a little fold on one side and a little fold on the end. You roll it starting from the little side by folding it on top, grabbing it with your fingers and starting to roll it. Once you get to the end, this side will be your very end. Be careful because if you have a seam As you roll, the seam will tend to open and uncover the frittata. You do not want that, so kind of like keep an eye on that. So we'll do that together and then I'll show you the result.
Okay.
Alright, so you flip the meat.
Sorry, I'm trying to be clean here.
And you start rolling it, okay? I'm about to get to the seam and I'll show you. Alright, you see I do have a seam here. I do have a seam. Make sure that you close it, okay? So close the seam, try not to drop it, and on the closure of the seam, you just put it back down.
And
I should have removed my jewelry before, but...
Do you want me to help you tie?
Yes, I'll show you the first and then you can finish the next, and I'm setting up the cooking.
I know how to tie.
Okay, well, alright, so I'll let my wife tie and then we'll see what happens. But, very important, you have a frittata inside here. If you tie too hard, you're gonna cut the frittata and the frittata is gonna pop out. So do not be too tight in the cutting, in the tying, okay? Sorry.
It's okay.
Alright.
So slide it underneath.
You slide it underneath.
And make a nice bow.
No, you don't need to make a bow because then
I like bows too.
I know you like bows. You can make a bow, but I'm gonna cut it out.
No, I'm kidding.
Alright, so you wanna do that?
Okay.
Okay, you see how it's done?
And how, tell them
So
how many...
it's about 4 or 5 ties per cutlet. Try to make 2 at the very end, so you kind of like you maintain the frittata, and a couple or 3 in the center. I'm gonna swap these pots, put them in the sink and clean up a little bit.
Okay.
So we can have some room.
Okay. Doing our tying. Oops.
Going.
Very good.
Good. Okay. Do I need my scissors? Scissors are there, right?
I have no idea.
Yes. Okay. And then you hug her. You get against her.
Love in the kitchen.
And then you kind of like tie whatever remains.
Okay, last
that's
one.
fine.
Hold on.
No, you keep on nodding. I'll keep on being here.
Okay.
All right.
What are y'all watching?
It's really
No, but I
watching.
mean, like, I'm just curious if they could turn us
Oh,
into something
new
new.
series?
Yeah. MHC actually has some really great stuff.
Only a double knot. You didn't do a triple knot.
I don't do a single knot.
A single
Is
knot.
that okay?
Hopefully it won't happen. We're not sailors here and we're not butchers either, but I recommend like a triple knot. Double knot
All right.
would
Well,
work.
I'm
But
not a chef or a sailor, and it looks really nice. And now we're going to start to cook the meat.
All right. So start with a high flame. Okay. Let's start the debate. I'll make it short, but yes, when you work in a restaurant, it is nice to cook on a super hot fire. Put the oil, toss your herbs, have a smoke, have a fire. You're on a time crunch. You need to deliver. Most of your ingredients have been prepped already, and the food needs to get out of the line fast. I do believe that when you're trying to give flavors to your food, starting to saute the herbs from normal temperature to high temperature is much better. It warms up the herb, in this case rosemary, allows the oils to liquefy a bit and ooze into the oil, and it's almost like a way of aromatizing and not burning the rosemary into it, okay? So, on your pan, yes, you can have my water.
I've been taking Chinese herbs to clear
In
out my lungs.
Yeah. Some olive oil, 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon, 1 sprig of rosemary. Well, that's just
no,
oil.
I know, but like it's not soaking. I don't know if you can see it, but like a lot of people tend to overdo oil.
Let's not overdo oil.
Deep fry.
Oh, we'll talk about oil. The people have been asking about that too. So I put it in before it starts frizzling. A lot of people would expect, like if I was shooting a TV show, they might want that shot of the camera looking at the herb dropping into the oil and the frizzle. I like kind of like going slow. It's kind of like a foreplay, right? It's kind of like warming up to the thing, and the effect of rosemary. Rosemary has a lot of oils inside its leaves, so it kind of like it needs some time to dissolve it and give it flavor.
Sorry.
Making fun of my accent. Garlic. I love to cook with garlic in camiscia, meaning without peeling it.
I mean, what it actually translates to is in camiscia,
Garlic
in his sweater.
Sure.
So it's in his shirt. So yeah.
So we have 2 of them to cook, about 5 garlics. This will give a little bit of flavor, but the good thing is that at the end of the cooking time, we can just pop it on a piece of bread or on a slice of roast, and it will be absolutely
Yeah, like
fantastic.
once you pop it out of that skin, just smear it on the Tuscan bread, oh my God, with some olive oil.
Okay.
So this is what makes your house, if you want to ever sell a house, just put some olive oil,
Well, bake
rosemary, and garlic into a pan. Fuck cookies. This is going to sell your house.
Cookies are gonna keep your kitchen clean. Sauteing doesn't keep your kitchen clean.
I'm telling you, I would buy the house that smelled like this, because this is like grandma, mom, family.
So by me.
Huh? Husband.
Yes,
Gabriele.
husband. Okay.
See. Oh.
So, as it starts searing, can you hear it? All right. As it starts searing, we will put the roasts, and then we'll season it. I always season my meat only when it goes into the pan, because I don't want to dry it too much. So I'll make it quick and I'll keep it light.
Now, when you say season your meat, I mean that's a good especially for Americans. Americans love seasoning. So what specifically are you talking about?
This is just salt and pepper.
Okay.
There is no brushing. There is no salt and pepper
See,
and Sangiovese wine.
Tuscans want the meat to taste like meat.
And Sangiovese wine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is
And Sangiovese, just so you know, could be a cheap Chianti. You know, something that's very light, nothing heavy. Okay, scusa.
All right. Now we're gonna season it with salt and pepper. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
Where's the salt and pepper?
I hid it. Oh, here it is.
You hid it?
I was
Okay.
trying to keep everything clean.
Here.
Okay.
Switch the whiskey.
Okay. So
A light sprinkle on both.
a little bit of salt.
A little more.
He uses more
Pepper.
salt than I do because I don't want to retain water. Now, pepper, freshly ground pepper.
About cooking. This is the moment where between the meat, the rosemary, the garlic is gonna kind of like mess up your stove a little bit. You're gonna have a few sprinkles of oil jumping all over the place. You could cover it. You could use your lid to kind of like a jar. So partially wrong lid. I don't know where to put the other one. It was here somewhere.
That was it.
Oh, she put it away. So you can use a lid to try to keep your kitchen clean
Sorry.
if you want to,
Okay,
or
lid.
not, because I'll have to clean it regardless. So this is a different pot, but it's fine. Just lightly to get it going. You want to brown one side, another side, then flip it to the left, flip it to the right, and then we add
That's right.
the wine. Okay?
Okay. Now, how long are they supposed to turn? How often
Well,
do you turn it?
this is the thing. This is the thing. The frittata is already cooked, and London broil is a cut that if you were really in the mood or had desperate munchies, you can make a tartare out of it. So what we're trying to do here is sear the outside and give an overall flavor. We're not trying to cook the meat throughout. It is impossible. You want to see some pink. You want to see some degrees of color as you slice into the roast. So we brown the outside. We finish it with the wine. We make a nice sauce with the garlic, the oil, and the
Which
wine.
will become like a little bit of gravy.
And when that is
serve
reduced,
over it.
we turn it off. This roast is supposed to be served at room temp and not warm because of it gets easier to cut. The frittata doesn't crumble apart.
And another thing is, you really
And
don't want it
that's
to be
kinda
like
like it.
overcooked.
So now I'm gonna flip them. See
You don't want the
what's
meat
going
to
on.
be overcooked because you want a little bit of that pink. Just a little bit. I know if you're all like well done, but just so it doesn't like taste like a shoe. Not that I've ever eaten a shoe. Okay.
Okay.
So it's nice and flipped.
So
I don't get
now
sick.
season with salt and pepper.
Okay,
The
I
back
know.
of it. I'll touch the wait. How was your Sunday? Had a good Sunday? Been good? Yeah. How many people? I love you guys.
Done.
Wonderful. All right. So
It's
season the
spinning.
other side. Okay.
You know what I love?
Let me just show it to you. This is what you want to see. All right. That's kind of like the kind of sear. This is kind of like the kind of sear that you're trying to see.
I have this like screen thing that I love to use when I'm frying. Pete doesn't use it. I don't know why. Why don't you like this screen thing?
I don't know.
But I'm the one that cleans the kitchen. Yes.
No.
I'm the one that cleans the grease up.
Girl.
Honey,
Honey.
please, don't
Please.
even try it.
Please.
It's the truth. And you know, so in terms, he does the cooking, but like cleaning up grease is hard. It gets stuck to the microwave, the wall, everywhere.
The wall?
So, the wall.
The wall?
The wall.
Wall.
Pasta. So, anyway, I recommend these things. I
Stuck
like
to
them.
the wall. Alright. To the side, okay? Either left or right.
Did you already, oh, you haven't cut one yet, okay.
If you have problems keeping them in balance, stack them together. If you push them together to the side, you're okay, and then you adjust the fire and you make sure that you kind of like move it under the flame. If they balance okay, it's better. You give them more room to cook and more air for the airflow.
Okay.
Drink and repeat. So, for 2 people, you cook it once. For 4 people, you make 2. For 6 people, you make 3.
And your guest will be really impressed because it's such a pretty thing. Wait till you see. We actually cooked one in advance so that we can show you how it looks cut up.
I'll show you that now.
Settle.
Let me go get it. I'll put it on a cutting board and I'll cut it.
And you want to make sure you save those garlics and use them to serve on the plate. Okay.
So this is the finished version of it. I made it today as I was shooting the close-ups. I'm gonna put a cutting board here.
So you turning them?
Yes. So flip them 180.
Okay. You want to get that nice brown sear. So there's a little bit of that, you know, not crunch, but okay. These are almost done.
Oh.
This is a very Sunday dish. What?
Before I add the wine, a quick note about wine. This is a roasted that is light and has layers of flavor. You have a seared, crispy, cooked meat on the outside that changes textures and kind of cooking temperature as it goes in. You have frittata with different kind of vegetables. You have the cheese in it, you have the spinach, it might be mushroom, it might be zucchini, whatever it is. Do not use a wine that is too strong. This sauce is supposed to be nice and light, so I suggest traditionally either a Sangiovese, my grandmother even used to use Barbaresco, or even Pinot Noir is a little dark, or even white wine if you were to serve it, let's say, with some steamed vegetables. So you can kind of like play with it, just do not use a Barolo. Barolo would be a little too much. Or a
heavy like California red wine, because they're just too heavy. And they have like a barrely taste or whatever.
Right.
Alright, so these are done.
These are done. Are you ready for the smokeout?
Should I...
This is for 2 rolls. This is about, I would say, an abundant glass. 1 cup, scant 1 cup. Don't be afraid. Pour it on top of the meat.
Wow.
And lower the fire, all right? A little bit, not completely, but lower it.
Okay.
Here, why?
My house smells incredible.
And what you want to do now is just like, as it evaporates, roll your roll. Make sure that it kind of like it gets coated in the flavor. This sauce will reduce fast, so now we have about, I would say, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The moment that the smell of alcohol is gone, that's when your sauce is ready. So I'll leave the wife here.
Sorry, I'm trying to read comments, but I really can't read them.
More. We'll respond to all questions later. Here.
No, they will, because I can't.
All right, so
what
this
do
is
you want me to do?
just stir them left and right here and there.
But they want to see you cut that, so.
Oh, yes. So this is a roll that is done, the one that I made today. I can move to that side so they can see me cutting. Can you see me cutting? It's a little far, but I'll bring it there, okay? Remove the twine. You don't want to choke your grandmother with it, okay? Or your kid or your guest. I mean, who's seeing any guests these days, really? But the other good thing, if you let your roast cool off a bit, it becomes much easier to remove the twine because it's compacted, it's solidified a little bit, all right? So the first slice is always a little on the thicker side because it's the end. So there's a little bit of frittata, there is the end of the cutlet, and then we start
Should I get a plate?
Yes, get a little plate and show it. So this actually needs a little love, but if I pour hot sauce on top of it, it will be perfect, and I'll show you what I mean. This is basically ready to be turned off.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yes, so this is ready.
Can I plate this?
Yes, but I'd rather have a white plate, so they can see the color.
Okay.
Yes. So this is ready. You see how fast it went? You can pull it another minute or two. But we are not ready for dinner just yet. The girls are doing homework for tomorrow and getting stuff ready. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the roasts, keep the sauce, pull the sauce a little bit more during dinner, and then save it. All right. So.
But this doesn't.
I know. We'll talk about it. So this is your end, nicely when done. But this is not a real slice. And then we start getting slices like this, okay? As you see inside, there is still some pink. This is slightly undercooked. I didn't pull it together because dinner is not ready yet. I just wanted to give you a look of what happens inside.
My dog is at my feet.
Dog is freaking out. There is still a little too much pink. I will pour super hot sauce at the very end when I serve it, and then we'll finish it up.
Like what?
You can cook it a little longer. I didn't cook it too long because I was losing light. That is the truth. So I was trying to get the right shot in the pan.
This is like tartare.
This is not a tartare. I'll finish it up. It will look a little bit more cooked. So.
Okay. Look or
okay.
B?
B.
Okay, B.
If you're concerned, you get this half and I'm putting it back in.
And then look, this is
I like my meat to have a little bit of a rawness to that. I live with 3 girls and they are not on the same page. So I'll finish it up, I'll cook it a little bit more.
And then here, if you can see,
you got your sauce.
This is your sauce. So I don't know if you can see it. Your sauce, your chunks of garlic, your cooked rosemary. There's some liquid here. It's not a lot, but it's enough just to give you that nice drizzle that makes it delicious.
So now that we have all the meat together, you know what I'm gonna do?
Sorry, I'm trying to not step. I'm not trying to step on the dog.
I'm gonna join all of it.
Why don't you put that one back in?
Well, I'll do it at the end,
Okay.
before dinner.
Well, I hope this has been informative.
Well, yes, I'm sure. It wasn't informative, let us know. If there was any questions or any things, we'll answer.
Yeah, we don't have like an island so that you can see everything laid out.
Yeah,
this is like Brooklyn, so it's
around.
like, it's just like a normal kitchen. It's gorgeous. And when you serve it with the roasted potatoes on the side and the little garlic on the side, it's just something that's so traditional and grandma. A nice piece of bread. Drizzle olive oil, salt and pepper.
Make your bread.
And bon appetit, right? Bon appetito.
Buon appetito a tutti. Love each other. Be kind to your neighbor.
Wear your mask.
Be kind wherever you can. I do have a donate button on my Instagram feed and on the Facebook page. It is on behalf of the Food Bank for New York City. Any help? You think that $1 provides 5 meals, so you donate $10 and it's 50 meals. So
your donation doesn't
any
have
kind
to be
of help goes a long
lot.
way, and that is really the only thing that I like to do because I know where the dollars get spent and I know the kind of help that our city needs. And we love you. Have a good Sunday.
Thank you, and don't forget to tune in on Tuesday,
Cinco de
Mayo, to Arde Madrid, which actually translates to Burn Madrid Burn. It'll be out there, available. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. I have too, actually, so I'm really proud of MHC Joyce. Happy Sunday. Let's get off to a great start for a new week.
On, another week.
And I don't have anything to drink, but that's fine.
We'll go outside. We'll let you know when we're going to post the next one, when we're going to go live. The next
and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We love you all.
Ciao.
Have a fantastic night. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
So much better. Love it. follow.